is just fantastic. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Last night on Moistonian Live I did a little stream on Amberlynn Reid, and some revelations came to light that I thought belong in a video here. Now I did play what I'm about to show you, that comes directly from the Kinda Good Kinda Beck YouTube channel. Beck, formerly Becky, being the ex of Amberlynn Reid, one of the many in fact, who has been, over a period of time, releasing more and more dirt on Amber, much of that dirt, in fact, hidden under layers, copious layers of perfume. If you're able to create neck cheese, something's wrong. And I do feel sorry for anyone that's too near, because you might have to burn your possessions from the Nurgle's rot that would undoubtedly bleed onto your, well, possessions. Here is what Beck said in regards to one of the more heinous things Amber did when they were together.
When my mother passed away, me and my siblings received a portion of a settlement from my dad's job that ended up being around $5,000 to $6,000 for each of us. I was not allowed to keep it. She told me that the money had to go into paying the bills and my half of the rent. My mom had plans for when she would have received that money before she passed away. Getting it was bittersweet, and I would have liked to use it in some way to honor her. She wouldn't have wanted Amber to have it, and it really hurt.
Just before Beck finishes, because I do think there's another bit I need to add just so you have the whole context, but I have to interject because of fair use. When someone passes away and you're given a form of inheritance, you should be allowed to use that to honor them in some way or for yourself, right? I understand how times are tough, but back when this happened, Amber was making 10 to 15 grand a month. She's always been the type to prefer to have a partner that is subservient to her, which is why she and Wipey didn't work. It's why she and Emily, Tommy, new Wipey, former Wipey, didn't work out. Amber was making bank with her hectic life. And according to Beck here, we find that Amber took 5 grand from them.
But she took it anyway. When I told her that I would like to do something with the money, she dismissed it and treated me like I owed it to her, and it wasn't my choice. She said that I couldn't have it because the bills needed to be paid, even though I knew that she was making enough from YouTube to cover bills and rent with no problem.
Amber sounds like the type of person, if she were a parent, to take her child's birthday money under the guise of, yeah, but we need this in the house. Considering how much of a hoarder Amber was at this point, how much she relied on then Becky to do so much for her Amber, this is remarkably ungrateful of somebody who had a live-in caretaker.
The math ain't mathin'.
People have many criticisms to levy at Beck, that's quite alright. In this instance, this accusation is quite a big one. Now, I went through this at the start of the live stream. What I didn't know was that when I got to the more recent video on Amber's channel, her comment section let her know. Oh boy did they let her know. On the screen now is a video playing. Now I asked my mod Leona to look into this and screen record it for me please. At the point of when I was streaming last night, the video was only a few hours old. She had over 800 comments. Her videos average about 1,000 comments anyway. This is quite a lot of engagement. I'm very jealous. Leave a comment down below please. I need it. Thank you. In this, as you can see, the resounding perspective is Beck is owed 5 grand. You thief, you silly bish, you greedy bish, and so on. In fact, there aren't many positive comments here at all for her, Amber that is, because people have seen Beck's rather lengthy video going through more of the dirt on Amber, which is where neck cheese comes from. It's from the stench hidden under the perfume and the damage done to people's personal property because of her smell, and now we find money thief as well, which is not a good look. It really isn't, by the way. I also discovered Amber has over 100 subscribers to her memberships who are live watching or membership streams that she does. And that tickles me because she's making at least £1 grand a month based on how much she charges, in dollars that is. Close to £800 maybe, if she's lucky. But still, she's making good money from these membership live streams. Money I'm not entirely convinced she deserves. And I do have a clip of her more recent response to addressing these allegations. We're going to play that before we then go to the video itself, just to see if there's anything there, because she has done 2 videos. 2 videos addressing allegations from Beck. They are the most pathologically lied videos she's ever produced. That didn't sound right. She looks like a liar. She looks dead at the camera, her eyes are completely devoid of emotion, she claims to be remorseful, regretful, and apologizes, but every time she apologizes, she's not on camera. She cuts away to a still image of a cloud on a white backdrop to say I apologise. That's not... We'll get to that in a bit. Here's the clip of her membership stream where she addresses the more recent allegation.
Can you please put in more effort next week if you won't talk about what everyone wants you to give, then give us an alternative? This is what my live streams will be. I'm here to talk to you guys one-on-one, answer your guys' questions, things I feel comfortable talking about, of course. This is what they're going to be. And I noticed that a lot more people are watching week by week and becoming a member, and I appreciate that so much. Like, thank you so much. You have no idea.
Considering the bereavement aspect, which is quite an important and vital part of the context, you could use the memberships from this to start saving up to pay Beck back the money. When someone goes through a bereavement, the first thought shouldn't be, well, like you, let's do some Q&As online to draw the attention to myself, and then let's take money from our then girlfriend. Well done, by the way. Smart move, you silly bitch.
So if you're not interested anymore, I do appreciate you guys being here for the time that you have been here. But this is what I want my live streams to be. In the future, if something changes or I make another tier or another type of live stream, then you guys will know about that. But for now, this is what it's going to be.
Basically, Amber was asked to talk about the situation with Beck. Amber is refusing to, believing the 2 videos that Amber has done are enough. I'm going to have to show you a clip at some point in this video from those. Maybe just the second one, because the first one's a throwaway. The second one is intriguing. These lack of sincerity, especially. In the more recent video, she spends the majority of it talking about having the coof, because Amber has anxiety about literally everything. She's kind of hectic. And that hecticness, leads her to act out. And that makes it raw and true and real, everyone. Nothing reeks of that more than holding a camera while you cry into it.
I think with more therapy, I'm going to learn that, like, maybe I am valid.
Now, within that video, there was only one part of it, beyond showing us the members-only content, which seemed redundant then to do a members-only live stream, where I was intrigued. Because I could honestly believe what I'm about to play would have been done by the haters. But no, it turns out Amber decided to fill the entire frame with as much of her body as possible. Now, because I did film at college, if you draw on the screen like the tic-tac-toe, noughts and crosses board thing, 9 cells usually occupy the screen. You want to put something in each of them. Ignoring the 2 cells in the top corners where it's blank, Amber fills out 7. Here it is on the screen now. I don't understand the motivation behind this. But we'll play some audio from this just so you have a bit of context. She's talking about members-only live stream crap, basically. Because she's professional, girls.
I am going to go live, but I'm going to do it earlier than usual. So I'm going to go live in an hour and a half. So I just posted a community tab letting everyone know. So I just want to kind of meet in the middle. I don't want to let anyone down, but I also want to be able to rest for the rest of the night. And I'm really sad because someone's like...
Let's face it here, the most Amber does is during the live streams, because she spends the majority of the day doing nothing. We know this because in these very videos, one of her days before she inserted the "so it's the next day" was 1.5 minutes. Now I want to finish this video, not right now, but I want to use the remainder of this video going through some of her, quote, sincerity when addressing Beck's accusations. The video in question was recorded on the 9th of February, yes. So there's a good gap here of lots of days between when that video was recorded and uploaded. So I'm kind of intrigued to see when Amber will address the more recent allegation of $5,000. But this one does at least set up Amber's redemption arc, everyone. Like, guys, she's totally legitness and sincere.
Hello. So welcome to a new video. It's actually February 7th at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I should be asleep, but here I am awake filming a video. I was actually getting ready to get comfy and try to sleep. My sleeping hasn't been the greatest. I've just been having a lot of anxiety, and when I have a lot of anxiety, I go to sleep really late.
The funny thing really with this, the statement alone, is that it's somewhat ironic for somebody who likes to be the center of attention in everything she does, that when she becomes it in a very dirty laundry sense, oh boy, do I have to show you my shields to justify my bleh.
Something I've suffered with majority of my life. But anyways, I could have totally slept and waited till tomorrow to film this, but I think it's just so heavy that like I have to do it now so I can just be completely done with it.
I would say that's a healthy attitude, but because it's you, Amber, all of it is insincere. All of it comes from you trying to portray yourself to control the narrative as a sincere, honest, upfront, truthful person that can introspect, reflect, and improve. None of those words are applicable to somebody who in their entire time on YouTube has only gotten bigger, literally, while their peanut-sized brain has guaranteed less blood has managed to reach it.
I watched Beck's new video that they posted tonight or today or whatever, but it was a new one.
Based on when you released it, weeks ago! Because you upload ahead of schedule, don't you? This is also where the insincerity is brought up. If this really mattered, and you really wanted to tackle this, you would not have scheduled this video. Which, by the way, we know you scheduled, because we all saw the list of all the videos you had prepared to upload in another one of your contents. Videos, doodahs. This was there.
So that video genuinely shocked me, and it made me feel stupid and dumb, and it made me realize that, like, the way that I viewed our relationship was completely wrong, and I was oblivious to a lot of things, even to the extent of the way that I treated them. So I want to be accountable in that. But this is just the example that I saw in their newest video.
This is where I know the video is 100% insincere. You are not accountable if you can't do this on camera as well. You've cut away. You can say, but future Amber realized. But future Amber can go and put the camera back where it belongs and simply say the words that matter. But at no point during the video, on camera, do you say the words that are supposed to matter to you for you to be held accountable. You don't say them.
Where it made me look back and be like, yeah, like we both actually viewed this relationship completely different.
Yeah, because one of you was a caretaker and the other one was a needy bish who micromanaged and controlled her girlfriend at the time's life. Which one was you again?
So in their new video, they were reacting to a compilation video of me being rude to them for 10 minutes straight. And in the reaction, Beck stated multiple times that it's obvious that they didn't want to be on camera. And they said, oh, look at me zoning out while she's talking. And it's like both of those things like genuinely hurt, and it made me realize like I didn't even notice these things.
In my earlier content constables on you, it was a point I made. Now I know you didn't watch them because it took forever to get you to even acknowledge my name, but I did mention that years ago. None of your girlfriends have ever wanted to be in your videos. Ever. They really don't, because they know what you are. You're a lol cow. You're a poison, a cancer, a leech, a parasite, a terrible person who likes to put on a facade that you are something better than everyone else. If you were better than everyone else, you wouldn't weigh 509 pounds. Sorry, lbs.
Just like how when I was in a relationship with them, I didn't notice how mean or rude I could come off until looking back, and I just feel super remorseful.
Yeah, that sounds sincere, doesn't it now?
I viewed our whole relationship a certain way that it wasn't. I genuinely thought that they wanted to be on camera and that they were okay with being on camera. And I was so accustomed to them zoning out or seeming like they didn't want to be on camera that like that was normal for me. But I didn't know that the zoning out and the look on their face, etc., was like an indication that they weren't listening to me or that they didn't want to be on camera. Like that is like news to me.
No one believes you, not just because of what you're saying, how you're saying it, the obsessive staring at the camera. No one believes it because this is performative. We remember what you were like back then. Hell, you showed a video you responded to in a separate video when you were being incredibly lazy and you still don't know how to do the split screen. You looked like trash. You were even bigger than you are now, I guess. You looked like a mess. You were so stuck and high on your own farts that it was clear and obvious, being the smeghead that you are, you were never going to be able to take in the feelings of anyone around you, because your solution to everything back then, making the kind of money you were making, was to go shopping to buy Beck a new baseball cap because they're a geek and that's what they need. A new baseball cap because that'll, look cute on Beck. That was you back then, Amber, by the way. That was all you ever were. Now I'm going to play the next clip, to you actually saying sorry. It's very important how you deliver this, because how you deliver it is a testament to your form of well, honesty, your deceptive nature, shining through beautifully through this absolutely pathetic attempt.
So knowing that, like, I viewed our relationship one way and it wasn't, like, I genuinely look stupid, but I guess, like, maybe I low-key deserve it. Realizing that we both viewed this relationship so differently actually makes it easier for me to be accountable and to apologize, because if that's the way that they truly viewed it, like, I deeply apologize for that. And there's nothing I can do to change their opinions and their thoughts and their experience, because that's what they lived.
The only time in this entire video where you actually say sorry for something after making the entire video about yourself, because that's all you do, obfuscate, deflect, project, and make something yourself the center of attention, you say sorry off camera. This is how I know none of this matters to you. It can't matter because you're not the focal point and you're not being given praise. You didn't get praise in the comments to this either, because they flayed you. You were sauté. You were served al dente, which you kinda deserve. If you're gonna say sorry for your wrongful actions and behaviour, people need to see it from you. Not hear it, see it. You are a person that spends the majority of her time on camera, and the one chance you had to actually say the words that are supposed to matter in a 10-minute video, you put halfway into the video, which, by the way, wasn't the most rewatched part. In fact, your videos don't have that these days. It was just a scattered bit off camera, and it was about something else, about not wanting to be in videos, as opposed to the majority of the crap that Beck has flayed you for that you refuse to acknowledge. Now, this is where I'm going to reach, well, this is the end of it, I guess. I do apologise, but I have to go to work and stuff. Do let me know in the comments what you think, because, well, I'd like to see loads of comments for a change, yes. As a final thing, I'm going to be on Twitch tonight. There's also a stream planned for Moistly Live on Chantel. I'll link both in the pinned comment, my Twitch and Moistly Live, down below. Hope to see you there. If not, have a wonderful day, and thank you again very much for listening.